some point, I got to figure out a way, and it might be as easy as getting contacts to. I got to figure out a way to not get this damn glare in my damn glasses. You know what I'm saying? I'm always moving at an angle, right? But I just heard something that made my brain spark, right? Let's see right there. Y'all see it? Y'all see T'Challa in all his glory, which made me think something that I've been thinking. I thought this, what I mean, even when I guess it was, you know what, I ain't even gonna go there. But I will say, um, I think that it would be, I think it is of the, as far as Marvel's concerned, storytelling is concerned, you know, cultural significance is concerned. Genuinely, I think that they need to recast the Black Panther. Don't attack me. That's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I think they need to recast the character. All due respect to Chadwick Boseman, phenomenal actor. Did a phenomenal performance, legendary performance. As a matter of fact, let me tell you how legendary this was. Let me tell you how legendary his performance was, and how spellbound and just transfixed and, just inspiring and all that good stuff. Let me tell you how that was, right? Let me just tell you how significant it was when Black Panther actually released on the big screen. I lived in Mississippi when that movie came out. Look, okay, I guess I'm making it a race thing for this quick second, because I don't like to talk about race like that, because I think we're all a part of the human race. But let me just make it a race thing for a split second. I was in Mississippi when that movie came out. When that movie came out, I mean, we went to go see it. I went to go see it with friends, and we went into the movie theater. And I kid you not, at the time I lived in Oxford, Mississippi. Now, Oxford, Mississippi, it's a mixed bunch of crowd. It's black, white, what have you. It's probably one of the only areas. Well, I don't know, but I lived in Mississippi for 5 years, in Oxford, Mississippi for 5 years, and um, it was the most. It was a cultural melting pot, because Ole Miss is in Oxford, Mississippi. Ole Miss the college, and I kid you not, when I went to go see Black Panther, that when I say it was a cultural phenomenon, don't underestimate it. I went to the movie theater, and there was a sea of people that were, Caucasian, and they were excited as anybody was to see it. It was so packed and so full in that theater. I remember I was so excited. I knew I was gonna have a good time. Before I went to the inside the theater to see it, I went to this. There was a bar in the theater, and I went to go get my drink. I went to go get a beer, and then I went inside the theater, and as soon as when you walk down, you walk through the doors, and there's that big wall, and just before, and when you turn the wall, you can see the seats and everyone who's there. Everyone who's there, you can see it. So I turn that corner with my beer in my hand, and it is packed with just people that are of Caucasian descent. It is packed. This is how big this movie was, and I was like, oh my god! Like, I was in Mississippi, I was I wasn't in Mississippi for too long, so I was assuming a lot of things. I assumed a lot of things before I came to Mississippi. I met some of the nicest people in Mississippi. I kid you not. Some of the nicest, like I said, we're gonna bring it to that. I met the nicest um, people that happen to be of Caucasian descent ever. You know what I'm saying? Up north, they look Southern hospitality. That's a real damn thing. It's a real damn thing. So everyone, all these people, you know, are here to see it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not just a cultural thing. It's not just a cultural thing. It was a universal thing, right? It was a universal thing. I should say it's a universal thing. So I'm like, wow, like I'm really seeing in real time how big of a thing this was. I had to get the bottom seats. That's how big this shit was. I had to get the bottom seats. It's like, I usually like to sit up top, right, like right up top, or like right in the middle, so where I can see the big, I can see the big picture. You know what I'm saying? Like now. Whereas you get those bottom seats. I mean, I got the only seats were available were the seats on the sides, right? At the very bottom, to where like you're looking down at this. You're looking up on a screen. You're looking up at the screen because the screen is like bearing down at you. Y'all know what a theater. You know what it is in the theaters. I don't know anyone. I don't know anyone that goes to those bottom seats because for me personally, I feel like those are the worst seats. Those are the worst seats. You know what I'm saying? So here I am with my beer in my hand. This movie's just bearing down on me. I'm on the side, right? I'm on the sides. I'm in the side seats with my friends. We just barely all got seats. We barely got seats. But I didn't give a damn. I had such a great time. And that movie was such, along with it being a cultural thing, it was a universal thing. You know what I mean? Because no one had ever seen nothing like that before. We never had seen nothing like that before. And I just want to say, I feel like genuinely, as much as I was hurt, as anyone that was a fan of Chadwick Boseman being the great, person that he was, he had cancer and he was going to hospitals. And I think he was dressed as Black Panther going to hospitals trying to give inspiration to kids that had cancer while he had cancer. Right? This dude's a hero, like for real, for real. So I just want to say, great human being. And they couldn't have casted the better person. But with that being said, I think that Black Panther is far too important for the world, for the culture, to end with, on that note. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what Chadwick Boseman would have wanted. I'm not gonna say that. I've been hearing a lot of people speaking for him. I'm not gonna say what he wanted, but for me personally, I feel like the role is far too important to stop. And if that, and if people, if that makes me, ignorant or whatever, I'll be that. But I just think the role is far too important to stop. I think they need to continue with the story. There's far too much story to talk about with that character to end. And that's just how I feel. And I won't apologize for it because, I like stories. I'm not really, I'm not big on comics like that. Even though I talk about comics, I'm not really big on comics like that. I'm just getting into the world. But as far as that character, I feel like that character is far too important for people to just, for it to end like that. For the people just to have it, for people just to, have a hunger for this character and it to end like that. I don't agree. I don't agree that it should end with Chadwick Boseman. And that's just how I feel. So, yeah.